It's about time again, it's about time to jump into the game Buck Eyes, the Spider-Man's second best knockoff Miles Morales Spider-Man's. Always played a cool game of walk and mole with various characters taking off the mandala, but it's hard to argue the Miles. Is not one of the most popular a mix of childhood glee, from getting his powers in Spider-Man to finding out just how much stronger he is than others. In the game world, it lets Miles Morales hit a bit different than the original Zen game. Spider-Man and Spider-Woman are not created equal Spider-X. I am talking to you also should. I don't think we are gonna get this, but I would kill for a Spider-Man from Earth 11-15-800, which was literally a bunch of spiders in a suit after eating Peter Parker's delicious story back to Miles. Miles is still a young and mainly clumsy Spider-Man for sure. While not stabbing cats, as heroic deeds can be summed up as "oh here we go again" and "oops", but that's okay why Peter Parker is more confidently solid in his powers. With all the relationship skills of an abused pet, Miles has the physical powers and prowess that's arguably beyond and Peter's and seem less filled with spider angst. The game constantly reminds you of the differences in stark contrast to family powers and even the connections to enemies between the two games. The games come out soon on the PC as a port, and Sony gave me a code to give you guys a review of this title. You know that I always like to check our ports just in case, so consider this a report 1 that I think Miles Morales does not waste in any time. You can watch this short what happened prior video, the boom you are in the taking on Miles. So his level 1 no skills, yet no B moment, and then working up and unlocking new abilities, new suits and new gadgets. All along the entire way, Peter Parker has excited stage left leaving Miles to protect the city against a new enemy, the dreaded Tinker, which sounds like some elf that makes shitty Christmas toys for kids, and got fired for drinking a junk under a tree somewhere. But they are not the only leader of a bad guy group that's trying to either help or hinder the goings-on of another military group within the game. Known as Roxxon, the story is a mix between whodunit, them up, and young teen angst, so pretty much exactly as Spider-Prior. This is both good and bad good because you get the chance to really dive into a different idea of Spider-Man with Miles' phenomenon, powered punches and ground slams, but still using some of the same and somewhat overpaying skills of the original Spider-Man game. One problem though is that even after the game's initial battle with Rhino, Miles is left with pretty much zero powers and abilities, something we see in a lot of sequels, and you end up crawling around getting yourself stuff and feels like the territory once traveled is now twice tried. It does not take long because Miles is a shorter game than Spider-Man was, but aside from that and a couple combos that you have right as a straight, a lot of is unlocking those first very unique skills and abilities at least. For a while, luckily the fighting system itself is robust enough that is enjoyable. I actually think the fighting in Spider-Man Miles Morales feels better than the original, and a great deal of that is helped by the stretchy putty body that Spider-Man has. Every kick and flip and punches over-reached and overacted to, and it always feels awesome when you do a perfect dodge in the hour sleep onto some precipes and you can actually see him sort of trip like he's just a little bit clumsy and not yet aware of what he can do, but then you get the abilities to build up your Venom power that can be used in ground slams, power punches, and even to get through a number of the puzzles. That is one place Miles does feel a bit different than the original and somewhat long in the obtuse. It's that this puzzle feel like they fit perfectly into Miles' style of gameplay, like the entire world went on crap better left makes you every generator that running is doing the same way, so Miles can hack it, giving his 5-finger venom the strike into the power supply that be inside the combat, and the swinging and reversal are just so nailed that it really becomes a moot point overall, because nothing feels that slow in the game. Even when you are at those first spots, Spider-Man Miles knows exactly what I wants to do and offer, and it does. It is just that sometimes it can feel like it's not incredibly balanced for this but particular chapter. That world can feel a little bit weird depending on how long it was since you played the original game, or maybe that just because Miles himself is actually really weird too. The best part about him is the outlines that are not Peter's. Even in Jonah Jameson just Brock's, he's hatched onto Miles almost instantly. It works so well. So, thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel and press like button on this video. Goodbye.